So the first thing we did is we relooked at our organization and what were the goals and the objective of Treasury. We also discussed with our senior executive, our audit committee and the board, and we identified key critical activities that we wanted to develop. And then what we did is we did benchmarking, try to identify best practices, look at scenarios and stress testing. And by building this approach of revamping the Treasury organization, looking at benchmarking and best practices, we derived metrics that basically were meaningful for the company, were adding value, and were insightful for senior management on key business issues. So there are a couple of examples where we improved the the performance of the company thanks to the approach on metrics. So for example, we implemented an enterprise risk management program. We looked at data and metrics around potential risk and the outcome to the company, and this allowed us to identify that in some areas we were doing too much investment or we had too high level of insurance compared to the risk. So again, this metrics analysis allowed us to save money that we were spending for the company. The other area would be on the capital structure by spending more time in being involved in the strategic planning process of the company by developing models where we could identify that we could reduce the cost of capital, improve EPS. We were able to implement programs, issue debt, size our stock repurchase so we could improve these key metrics such as EPS and cost of capital. Also on the foreign exchange side, we were able to develop new programs. We had benchmark and metrics, and some of these programs were designed on improving the current metrics. So we were able to also generate a couple of $1 million every year of improvement in our hedging programs. I think I rely a lot on experience. I rely a lot on things. I don't think metrics is the solution for everything. We are lucky in a way that in Treasury a lot of things can be measured. But I believe that metrics is just a complement, an important element of performance and really an important element which should be part of a scope of a lot of things. I think the metrics to me, well, let me restate that. I think Treasury is responsible for cash flow for a company. Treasury has experience in a lot of areas such as risk management. And I think Treasury is extremely well positioned to run scenarios, run different stress test model, and convert these models into cash flow and be able to have numbers to evidence that some investments, some activities are not valuable to the company and some could be actually extremely valuable. So I think Treasury is in a perfect spot to identify those different activities, convert them into numbers and cash flow, and provide feedback for decision making. I still believe experience, management intuition is important, but I think metrics is a very important element for decision making.